take plastic bags and weaving plastic bags into things. I mean, that kind of stuff, you know, we to do. Yeah, and so we can apply it and then do that as kind of when people go through there, and then these will all be on display. We have it the normal way we do like science fairs at, you know, at Trinity. We had the little clipboard. We hand people the clipboard and have them walk through, and they judge the little things. They return their little forms, and I think it could be does nice things for recycling. You know, we have a recycling fair. We have a sustainability. We have so I think the potential there would be really nice. I think there's a lot of potential there, you know, so what's that? We'll have that. I think that we'll talk about that one.
It'll be a future one.
Well, it might be a future one. We got a lot of time to talk about that one. We don't need to talk about
that. Well, it'll be here before you know it.
It will, and we don't want to lose. I think you had some good ideas for that, and I think we don't want to lose them. So I wanted to just get this down in the notes, you know, today. So, you know, if we say, what were we going to do? And so hopefully we can then talk about, talk to the hospital about flu inoculations at the same time. And then we turn this into a real event. Because there was definitely interest. And I'll talk to the police department about rerouting the parade to actually end at the high school, the old high school.
If we can reroute it to end at the old high school is our EDS site. We can run afflicted people who have zombieism through the EDS site, which is the mass prophylaxis site that town has to set up, and we can actually exercise the site by curing people of zombieism. We could conceivably, once they get into the program, offer, you know, if you want a flu shot, go to this line. If you just want the goodie bag, go to that line. But if you don't want the flu shot, you know, it's an opportunity to get a flu shot.
About getting like the Harrington on Wheels to do the flu shot, you know, like something like that, or they could do, you know, some other type of healthcare kind of thing that we could tie in as well.
So the only thing I propose is pay attention to the time. It's only a little bit of time to have, and yeah, I think the mobile thing is good because obviously you're not gonna have a nurse in a little tent going. Trying to fill out all the paperwork, and they waste all their time doing that. Not that it's a waste to get a flu shot, but their kids are going out trick-or-treating too.
Right, if we could get enough nurses that we could run 5 lines or 6 lines and move it through.
Don't forget, you can ask for medics.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
The medical reserve corps?
No, they go paramedics. They can get shots.
Oh.
I thought paramedics were only, it was a special dispensation for the H1N1. I thought that was only for that given period. They can give them generally then?
As far as I know.
Probably also tap the pharmacies.
Yeah.
I think we can get as many shooters as we need to make it happen.
Look into that.
So we have a lot. I mean, I'm obviously going to spend my time with Maureen working on the sustainability side of this, which and with the school. So we'll get a working group together, you know, soon.
That would be excellent. Your hats, by the way.
What?
Your hats.
I can get hats too.
They're community.
Oh, are they? Health director announcements. Not like we haven't heard enough from you today.
Well, you know I'm verbose, so. I just want to throw out there that this board has to start thinking about the trash contract. I realize the trash contract is signed for 2027, but 10 years away is not really that far in the trash land. We have to develop a program. We have to figure out how that program is going to be funded. I'm not sure the town is going to be jumping up and down happy if we put before them a 2.5 override for trash. So we need to start at least the baby steps of what do we want the trash program to look like once Casella is no longer our contractor. Contract is signed and valid till 2027 unless otherwise determined not to be. But I think this is probably the board that's going to be at least initiating.
Is that our responsibility?
We are the board. Yes, we oversee trash.
Oh, I understand that, but do we decide, like, how this is all gonna happen. We're not talking about picking contractors or anything like that. Picking contractors to, okay,
I think we need to be prepared to do the whole shebang. The town manager may step in and say, I'll take that in my office. But
okay.
ultimately, I think we would be wrong not to be ready to propose a funding source, a potential contract. We've got to be ready to take it.
If only we had a town councilor who had
Who
input
has
into this.
information.
Oh, why we do have a town councilor who might have input into that.
Actually,
there's one more.
Actually, we were talking a little bit about this at Jim Mills a couple of times actually, about trying to figure out how we would set up this process. Because I know there's a couple of us on the council that really want to create what we're calling a post-landfill action committee, which logically would have to involve some of you guys too. So I don't know exactly how we go about doing it. I see it kind of being a couple of people on the council, a couple of people on the Board of Health, a couple of citizens that would be interested in participating, trying to pull a bunch of voices together to take a look at not only contracting and because whether the contract lasts till 2027, 2028, some people say that, or for some reason they screw us over and jump out. I don't know, but we have to do something about it. So do some planning. So I was thinking we could do some planning for that. We could do some planning for thinking about educating the public as a whole on a variety of options. We can take a look at some of the ideas of like bylaws, of the kinds of things we might want to throw around to say, okay, what do we want to do? I don't know, have you mentioned that yet?
No, I'm
'Cause
waiting for
Because
sustainability.
one of the things Maureen and I were talking about was the idea of a bag ban or some other thing like that. Boston recently passed one.
There's
know?
actually 20,
Thunder.
no, because I actually looked into, I was looking into
No.
that already.
I
There's
was-
like
I was
26 communities in
very
the,
best.
26 towns in the state already that have banned plastic bags.
But those kinds of things, and a whole bunch of other things that we need to look at about how are we going to deal with these issues. I mean, do we want another contractor? Do we want people to grow? Do we want, what is it that we want to do? What will fly in this town? How will we fund it? A bunch of other issues like educating the public on how the change is going to happen. Composting, whatever.
So I think if I'm hearing you right, there's a lot of opportunity if we do this right.
I think so, absolutely.
To do it right.
Yes.
And not just jump in and just get another provider. It's like, let's think about the whole recycling, let's think about the composting, let's
Maybe
do that.
reach out to another town that's had a dump closed.
Right,
Exactly.
and find out what they did.
Try not to reinvent the wheel. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's
How long have I been
Yeah, I got it.
The station at the landfill.
Sorry.
Some other towns
Reverse
fill out the whole
action.
So at some point, there'll be a combined,
we're
subcommittee.
I'm thinking about, some of us see that, there's a couple on the council that see it as your responsibility. There's a few of us that see it as a joint responsibility.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about that? What do you see it as?
Well, why don't we just
There's room.
come to one of your meetings and have a discussion
Okay.
at that. And so, invite us when you want to talk about it. And then we can, turn that into a
The
discussion.
general government or
Yeah.
the post
Yeah.
landfill?
Well,
I mean, where appropriate.
Okay.
So I think the general infrastructure already exists. As far as plastic bags and stuff like that, I think the sustainability committee had actually started talking about that. That we're going to look into a program to encourage people to bring recyclable or reusable bags and try to get the grocery stores to fund local charities for, like, if
Yeah,
bags cost, if
There was
plastic
some
bags
talk
cost
about
3
that.
cents,
I think
there was talk on that, so the sustainability
Yeah.
could be pushed in that direction. And I believe this board also discussed the landfill oversight committee moving towards a post-use committee. So I
Right.
believe it's
Yeah,
been discussed,
we had-
to Gus' credit, he's attentive to that. And I think we can enlarge or reduce, or whatever the board feels.
Well, yeah, because
Is
I think
appropriate for size
there
on
was an
these things.
issue, I think that came up with us before Gus, because there was an issue about being able to make regulations about things.
Mhm.
So we had figured that it would be easier to fall
Is it
under the Board of
landfill?
Health because we can make regulations
Mhm.
as opposed to just a general committee.
Okay.
And that makes some
That makes
sense.
sense.
I'm just trying to think of
I
where
think
we,
we discussed that.
I mean, where would we need to make regulations versus making bylaws?
Right.
So we're far enough ahead, it's like two people walking at each other on the sidewalk. We're far enough ahead that, you know, we can make those little corrections now.
Hopefully,
And
yeah.
we, you know, if
I'm
we
ready
wait,
to move up.
if we wait too long,
I know, right?
you know, then we're in trouble, then we're scrambling.
Right.
But I think we can then talk about what we need to do,
Okay,
you know.
yeah, that's
But I think Andy's right, we need to have that conversation.
Yeah.
The sooner we start, you know, we don't end up in a problem. We know that's coming. It doesn't make any sense not to engage that problem now, when it's not a crisis. So
No, that's true.
unselfish, like, but, Andy, anything else?
No.
Okay, that's surprising. Board
Been talking since we
members?
started, come on.
Board members, I'm gonna start with Beth, go left, and then you're gonna
I,
regret sending my right because I'm left-handed.
no, I'm good.
Nothing? Okay, Dave?
No, I have nothing this time. I know,
You've been happy?
it's not moving a little fast.
Same here.
Excellent. Subcommittee announcements, agenda item 11, Tri-Epic.
They did not have a meeting this month.
Okay, sustainability.
I have a proposal, and I was all excited to do it last
Until-
Thursday. Until Dave goes and cancels it.
Can't blame us.
Don't blame
But,
us, blame administration.
okay, and then I was like, I'm not gonna do it today, but then I mustered up the energy and, okay. So I just have a short little thing. This is about my plastic bag ban. Boston has passed a plastic bag ban along with 50 other cities and towns. So that's the information I have received. Plastic bags are used in an average of 12 minutes, but their lifespan is about 1,000 years. Plastic bags are not free. A lot of people say, oh, it's great to have these free bags. But the cost of the bags are passed on to the consumers in other ways. Some people like to use those plastic bags to pick up like dog waste and stuff. I've heard that from people. But think about all the plastic bags that you have in your life. Pretty much every piece of food comes in plastic. Beans, rice, what else do I have? Oh, cereal bags. I mean, seriously. We don't need those throwaway plastic bags. So we can use those instead. And less than 1 to 5% of the plastic bags are actually recycled. You know how they have those recycle bins? And if they end up in single-stream recycling machinery, they get caught up and cause delays and damage. And that speaks to the quality of recycling that you brought up earlier, Andy. So I'm proposing banning plastic bags and imposing a fee on paper. And through this study, which I will be happy to send you all the information, it reduces both the plastic bags, which are banned, and the paper. And we can encourage people to bring their own bags. So I can send you the email that I received and the contact information from Brad Berter, along with the links and statistics that I have.
No, you go. As chair, I should be last, so. I should.
I'll remember that one. All right.
My comments should be last. I should make sure.
I don't feel that's happening. All right, so,
Anything shut me down.
So, yeah, no problem.
You now know how to overthrow the chair, okay? How to do
Now
that.
we coup happens.
so you're proposing to, I know you're gonna send that to us, but you're proposing to add a fee to the bag, the paper bag?
No, I'm proposing a plastic ban,
Right,
a plastic bag ban.
right.
But the study the study that I read bans plastic bags and imposes a fee for paper. And they said that in that study, it reduced all usages because people just brought their own bags,
Right, reusable bags, right?
Right.
Yeah. which I'm a proponent of. using your own bag. It's not that difficult.
I do.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah, and these plastic bags are,
No.
they're just such a nuisance.
Okay, no, that was the only question I had for you, thank you.
So, yeah, and I'll be happy to send you all this,
Please.
and it has some great links on it. This Brad Verder did an excellent job of backing up all his information and
So-
providing statistics.
Maureen, does it also have the statistics and all the information on the added environmental issues that are caused by not using plastic bags?
I believe one of the links
Because
does have that.
and I'm not opposed to this by any stretch, but there are also studies that, that discuss that, you know, it's great to want a plastic bag ban, however, you have increased cutting of trees because you're increasing the use of paper bags. It takes up more space in trucks, and then you have more environmental issues with clean air because you have more traffic due to the trucks. So I just wondered if you had
I
that
mean,
information.
that's true. I mean, personally, if I had my druthers, everybody would be bringing their own bag.
Well,
I have a great
right.
canvas bag that I just bring every
I
time.
mean, I'm just trying to.
Yeah.
I think your suggestion kind of cut to both of those. It was like cutting out plastic bags and reducing the paper to deal with,
Right.
you know,
Right,
this the
but
second part of
then,
that.
but then my only other concern is, you know, then you have to, you know, we'll just wait till we discuss it.
So, can I ask for you to give us a proposal, rather than just give us but just give us a proposal of what you would like to see the plastic ban, you know,
Bag
this
to
to be,
look like?
the plastic ban to look like.
Okay.
So
How
at
would you
least
want
rather
it
than
worded?
us trying to reinvent it, if you
Well,
know,
we'll figure
if
it
you, what?
Online.
I know, but if Maureen, if you want to do the research, come up with what you think. But every town is a little bit different, has its own little quirks, and what works in Cambridge wouldn't work in Southbridge, and
Yeah.
for a number of reasons. And so to find the right fit for us, so
Right,
you know.
like which organizations would be applicable, which stores, do you mean?
I mean a proposal, and
Okay.
instead of
Yeah.
just generally a plastic bag ban, what does that look like? What
Okay.
does this proposal look like? So then we have something to discuss
I
and
think Kirsten would help with
Compare it to some.
And even some-
Comparable towns and things
that. I
like
think
that.
she had.
Right.
In the alternates.
Look at it.
I mean, some of these other towns, I think one of them is what, Concord that did it, or was it these?
Concord.
Yeah, Concord did the plastic bottles. That's
Well, what they
another
also
one.
did-
Somerville
they-
has it,
they took a
Shrewsbury
step-
has it, Cambridge, I mean,
Yeah.
all
But
those
some of them
towns.
took, I can't remember which one, took a step further
Uh-huh.
on the reusable bags and had a function and had, I can't remember what they did, but it was like, you know, buy mom and dad, give mom and dad some reusable bags for Christmas or something, you know, put their
Yeah,
Christmas
something catchy.
decorations
Yeah,
or the Christmas gifts in it or birthday gifts in it. They had a secondary thing to get those reusable bags out there.
ah, that's a good idea.
Well,
That
that
would
would be
encourage
my
them.
only other, is, you know, how do you get people then to have reusable bags? Because not
Right.
everybody would be willing to purchase them, or some people can't afford to purchase them, so.
You know,
Right, plain big, yeah.
Right.
I have a great reuse of plastic, of bags, like feed bags, like chicken feed bags, that you make them into a reusable bag. That's one of our, like my favorite reusable bag. My sister found it at a craft fair. And so it's made out of a chicken feed bag and has a cute little chicken on it. And it's great, because those feed bags are excellent, and they're made out of plastic. You can wipe them off if they get stuff on them, whatever.
They're durable.
And they're very durable. So maybe we can do something like that at that sustainable fair.
right, and because we're giving out bags anyway, let's make them.
But maybe we can teach people how to do it. You mentioned like making things with plastic bags, and that would be one of them.
So, you can look at October 31st as the kickoff for something like this.
Okay.
no, I'm not saying that's what we should,
But-
but we are doing bags for the kids. Those
Yeah,
bags could be,
Right, they could be.
regular, you know, those reusable bags.
They
They
work,
take in the
Definitely.
grocery store. What?
they work.
They do?
The zombie apocalypse, last October work,
What?
were reusable bags.
Oh, I know, that's what I mean, but we're just kind of take that whole theme and extend it, you know, to cover, because that fits the whole sustainability thing, that
Yeah.
hits the whole recycling, that hits, you know, a
Well,
lot
that
of,
makes sense to
We
do that
need to
first.
consider, and I'm all for this, I hate plastic bags with passion. When I get the drippy meat and I'm gonna put it in my reusable bag, I appreciate a plastic bag.
yeah, it
There
can't
are
be a,
some reasonable uses for them, but they're just way too
It
many.
is, and if that drippy meat gets on my
Especially
reusable
chicken.
bag, what kind of diseases am I promoting in that reusable? There's a whole lot of other things to consider. The
so
fleece,
we don't wanna
where
go,
the
we don't wanna go crazy, but there's certainly uses for plastic bags. But for the most part, when you buy one thing of cookies and they double bag it, you know.
Well, a long
Right.
time ago, for
Which
the
I
beast,
think
they
is
would actually, you had only paper bags, and then all of a sudden,
Yes.
you'd only use plastic bag for your meats.
Yeah.
That was
Right.
it. They'd wrap them up right there, and then that was it.
Yeah.
They were the-
Well, and in this information from this guy, Brad Verda, he said that we have only been using plastic bags since the
Since the
1970s.
Yeah.
Which I found
Yeah.
astounding because it seems like they're
No, it's
ubiquitous.
Well, if you
But
think
it's
about
like,
the whole environmental
oh, yeah.
issue, you used to put your laundry outside and dry, right? There's
Exactly.
conservation of energy.
Yep, we do.
Right? You just hand wash everything,
Yep.
and you keep going all day long.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I don't
can
know
you-
everything, but-
Or some buggy too.
So without beating this
Gas.
to death,
Oh, come on. Why can't we beat it to death?
well, we can, and I think we will, but I think at some point we'll have to have a working meeting. To do this.
Oh, man, this working meeting is becoming a working
That,
meeting.
we're not doing this on that working meeting. We'll have to, if you can come to us with a proposal and then about a bag,
Okay.
whatever, and then we'll,
1860, whatever.
we'll go from there.
Basically, if we can just, if she can just locate somebody else's regulation of burning.
Well, that's what I said, I have it right here. They have,
Yeah.
Oh,
they
you
have
do?
an entire, they have, on that site that you were looking at as the Sierra Club, they have all these, you can get, you know, how to, let me find it real quick. There's, right on here, compare Massachusetts plastic bag municipal laws, designing and implementing bag laws. So I mean, they have like their own, they have basically a blueprint
How
for
to do it.
how to do it. And like I said, you know, Shrewsbury, Framingham, all those towns have them. So it wouldn't be that hard to just find, you know, look at what some other town, you know, what some other towns, maybe ones that are a little more similar to our town. Because I mean,
Yeah.
you really can't compare, you know, Cambridge to
Right, to us.
Southbridge.
As
So-
much as we want to.
So we have the logical committee is a sustainability committee, and
Yeah.
you just, that is an offshoot of the board, that committee, and then just come with a proposal, tell us when you're meeting, and then I'll come and we can have a discussion about that.
I do want to say, like, okay, last week I was so excited because I could make it to a Board of Health meeting. Usually, I have Conservation Commission on the first and third Thursdays, when you guys usually meet. Our meeting is next week, so I could make this week too. So, but normally I can't make the Board of Health meetings, so, but.
We'll hold our
if I-
meeting so it's not on the same date at Concom.
If I can't come,
Then you
I'll
gotta give him
email.
something to do.
What?
Then you give him something to do.
No, he can't do it. So, yeah, so let us know and then we can.
But, yeah, I'll get a proposal together and find out when your next meeting is and
Okay, excellent.
hope to go.
All right, landfill oversight committee. We're going to eventually work that into a post-closure meeting.
That is a committee required by the site assignment. This board stated that with the retirement, I think Dean Cook, who oversaw that committee, that we would wait until we had a more robust board before we, the mandate is that we meet as needed, but it is a condition of site assignment. We have a full board. Perhaps at the next meeting, we should consider who can serve as the chair of that board and revive that board.
So, Andy and I talked about this, Dave, and I have no problem taking the landfill oversight committee if nominated.
Okay.
I know we still have to fill the sustainability committee as well.
I'm on both, so.
Yeah, you know, but it's just a board member being part of it, and you know.
It's me and Kevin, I don't know where Kevin is. He's usually
Yeah, I
here.
haven't seen Kevin in a long
I
time.
think
So,
I think she was.
Maybe it was in household, that's what he said.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Sorry,
That-
I'm not
that
gonna throw
stays
the
in
chair.
Oh, it's rubbing the chair.
Just a point of information about the landfill oversight committee. It is a site assignment condition, but has a specific mission set forth in condition number 58. So I think you might want to digest that mission statement that was put together. I mean, the sustainability committee might be just as good for your post-closure options.
right, because there's a list of who's on the committee with the airport, and it's not just, it's a very
It may
different.
not be your path of least resistance to have the best discussions, where sustainability
Yeah.
might be a better avenue for you.
But it's still, there's a logic of the landfill oversight to be talking about post-closure too. I mean,
Yeah,
as an
there's a lot.
oversight committee,
Yeah.
to be talking about the end stages
Yeah.
here. So,
Yeah, condition number 58 is specifically written for there to be a meeting of Casella representatives or representatives from town government and the community to be able to talk about the operation of the landfill. So if you're talking about post-closure uses of the landfill, that is post-operation of the landfill. So that's just the distinction that I'm trying to make, is that the LOC is specific for operation of the landfill.
all right. So, good point. So, I thought briefly about going back to the sustainability committee, but I think I would like to start a new committee and chair that, which is like an educational committee that, you know, the whole zombie thing would be part of, you know, getting information out to the community relations, I don't know what that means. Now, that's not for a discussion now, but just starting a new informational, how to get, you know, how to get people involved, how to inform people about recycling, how to inform people about composting, all that stuff. So educational, and I'm perfectly suited, you know, situated at the school for that. So
I would argue that the very definition of sustainability,
Sustainability.
that is a sustainability
Recycling
committee,
and
by
education.
definition.
So I will see you at the sustainability meeting. I am now on that committee. Thank you very much. Let's move to scheduling next meeting. Thank you, Andy. So we have a working meeting. We'd like to schedule the working meeting, and we need to schedule a board meeting. Beth, you have suggestions for any of them?
I'm just checking my calendar.
Remember, it can't coincide with Tom Marina's.
So they
I
should
know.
move, so they should move their meetings, obviously,
Everybody's
this is more
just
important.
checking something real quick here.
So you want my calendar?
We're gonna suggest, and you're gonna tell us whether it fits.
I'm just kidding. If it doesn't work, I'll just email you or.
First one to jump in with a date.
Okay, be aware of Christmas season, probably not a convenient time to meet.
Well, we're not gonna meet before now and Christmas.
So looking into January.
We could do the 11th.
Or,
What time during the day?
Oh,
This
for
is the board, are we talking board meeting?
Oh, yeah.
Or, no, what do you wanna do? We wanna do
It
board
doesn't
meeting
matter,
first?
because I'm not gonna be around from the 19th to the 1st, so,
Where are you going now?
of December?
of January.
Oh, January.
So how
I
does
don't
the,
know yet.
so how does the, I don't even wanna know where you're going.
Taking you away?
No, he's sending her away.
We should have sent me away.
So,
Now I
does
gotta
the,
take them with.
so is the 11th okay for people?
It's fine for me.
Working meeting?
Working meeting or?
No, board meeting.
Yeah, that works.
I can do any time for the working meeting, sounds
Okay, so this is the board of Health meeting will be,
1/11/18.
it would be,
You just wanted to do the first one, this is 18.
yeah, and a working meeting, whenever, to the, I guess, the main thing on the working meetings would be the regulations, right? Okay, so that would be,
Sorry, yeah.
What are the 4 items on the working meeting?
well,
Donation boxes.
so I wouldn't go too crazy with too much on there, because I worry that it doesn't get, things aren't going to get the attention if we.
Waistband penalties, donation boxes, incident command.
Waistband,
And I don't remember
donation.
what the other one was.
Fees.